Hello, my name is Timothy Arrington. I'm the owner and operator of Infinity Lead Generations. We design web pages, search engine optimization, lead generation sites, things of that nature. And I came across your site, General Paving, by accident. And I just because of the nature of my work, I kind of noticed a couple of things. And instead of giving you this long, drawn out email, I decided to make a quick video, easier for all of us to deal with. Plus, I don't have to do too much typing. So I'm just going to get right into what I kind of saw, which I think you might find very important. So real quick, this is your site, General Paving. One thing that I noticed when I come over here, I did a Google search on driveway construction. These are some of the companies that come up. First off, let's even slow down a little bit more. Let's talk about Google. All right, we already know that Google is the #1 search engine. I don't have to get into all of that. I mean, that's just kind of common. So common that we even just said just Google it. So we all know what that means. So right here in Google, this area, we call this the map pack or the 3-pack. Very important. This gives companies credibility. DDC Concrete, A1 driveway replacement, and Mr. Sullivan has concrete business. So these guys right here are 1, 2, and 3 in the map pack. You come down beneath the map pack, we call these the organic listings. Once again, different concrete companies, but one thing that I notice is that I do not see General Paving. So these guys right here, if I was to do a search for driveway construction, because I know I needed a driveway, and I don't know all the terminology, so I just type in driveway construction. These are the companies that's going to come up. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to select one of these guys. I did a couple of other searches. I did asphalt service. Once again, here in McDonough. So we see here the 3 companies that take up the map, the 3-pack. And if you come down here to the organic listings, once again, I kind of been through this a little bit earlier just to save time. But one thing I can guarantee you is that you're not anywhere listed on here. So you probably have to go somewhere page 2 or 3 or something like that before we may come across your company. So I did a little research and I came across this article by Protofuse. It's called The First Page of Google by the Numbers. I'm going to go through this very quickly so as not to bore you. So we talked about those organic listings, right? This article shows that the organic listings receive 90% of the clicks. That means when somebody is searching for asphalt or asphalt rework or repair, or I apologize because I don't know all the terminology you guys use in your industry, but when they're searching for what your company does, they're going to go into Google, they're going to type it. And 90% of those people that are looking for a service that you provide are going to select somebody from the organic listings. Someone's going to get that business. They say that less than 10% of the people that are doing a search will ever advance to page 2. That means somewhere on page 1 is golden. That's the #1 spot. Another chart breakdown that shows 91.5% of the traffic results, people stick right there on page 1. Page 2 get 4%, and it's all downhill after that. And of course, the #1 organic listing, if you were in the #1 spot, you would receive 33% of all clicks of people looking for a business like General Paving. So I analyzed your website and I took a detailed look at it, and I'm just going to be very honest with you. I hope you can handle honesty because that's all I have to offer. But I hope that this helps generate more business for you in the future. That's what it's really all about. So one thing about your site, even though it is appealing to the eye, what Google looks for in order to get you over here into that #1 spot that we talked about, even to get you on page 1, they look for content on your website. And by content, we're talking about the actual words on your website. What did you write on your website in regards to general paving, or in regards to asphalt services, or parking lots, or what you guys do with long lanes, or how you seal coat, or line striping? Where is the information on that? It doesn't exist. And Google is going to look at that. They use these computer robots and they do algorithms on everybody's website. Everybody's website. And according to the algorithm, once they analyze this guy's website and check all the background and all these different things that we do to websites to help them get here, they decide if this website is relevant enough and informative enough for a customer to put in a #1 spot. You can't buy this spot. You can't do anything but build the proper website in order to earn this position. And Google is analyzing and changing their algorithms all the time. So sometime this is going to change. And the guys that are not in this spot, what do you think they're doing? They're trying to get in this spot. So they're making adjustments to their website in the background as well, trying to do things to get up here to the prime real estate on page 1, where once again, 90% of the business is going to be done for asphalt repair on page 1, and you're not on page 1. I would love to get you there. Let's go through a couple more things that I noticed. I did a search, this thing called a name, address, and phone number. You don't really have it on your site. We call it a NAP in our industry. So I did this thing is called a citation finder. That name, address, and phone number, what Google does before they rank your site, as they analyze it, those robots go out to the web and look for everywhere that they can find the name, address, and phone number that's listed on your website. So I did a search on your citations, and it looks like you have about 81 citations for general paving, which is a nice start. This guy right down here for number 1 electric, he had 101. Once again, that's just a nice start. We like to have web pages that have about 300 to 350 citations. Getting about 300, 350 citations is going to get you up here with the big boys, the ones who are getting in all the new customers. Also, on your website, we don't have what I call a call to action. Right here on the first page, this is where customers is coming to your home page 9 out of 10 times. When they come on this page, right here, right now, in my face, I need to have something somewhere on one side or the other, or somewhere in this web page that says, click here, do this right now. You'll talk to one of my people and we'll get your services started. And you don't have that. You got to contact us for a free estimate. I can't even click on it. There's nothing I can do with it. Excuse me, that was a typo. Nothing I can do with that right there. You know, I don't have a phone number listed, an email address, nothing. And you're missing that on the website. Google is looking at that. As I go to some of your other pages, I come over here to services offered. Great. You guys do grading, parking lots, all that is phenomenal. You got your a few pictures on here, which Google doesn't care about a whole lot, very little. You get very little credibility for the pictures, even though it's good for the customers to see. But right now we're talking about getting you on page 1. And so this takes up space, but it doesn't count as content. What counts as content is what you got right here. These few sentences, not even full sentences, few comments that you get. That's what Google's going to look at. And they're going to say general paving. Once we analyze the content that they have on their website, they don't have a whole lot. So the information that they're going to be able to provide to customers looking for paving services is not going to be that much, and we're going to push them to the back of the line. And that's what's going on with your site. That's why when I type in, asphalt services, you guys are not on here. That's why you guys are not on here, because you don't have any content on your website. You don't have any citations for your website. You don't have a call to action on your website. You don't have a name, address, phone number specifically listed on your website. There are so many things that this website needs in order for us to help get you over here on page 1. Over here on page 1. You name it. Whatever we want to type in, we're trying to get you over here on page 1. Because, once again, as we come over here, remember, 90% of the people that look for something or want to click on that Google, on that organic listing. And that organic listing that they choose to click on is going to be on page 1. Why? Because less than 10% of the people ever advance to page 2. That's just the nature of the beast. People are impatient, so they're not going to keep searching the page 2, 3, 4, and 5 looking for a company. And then, let's be honest, they don't know general paving from any other paving company. So once again, whoever's listed first, they just kind of assume that those guys must be the best, even though that's not always the case. Sometimes those guys just have the best website, but that doesn't mean that they're the best company. So this is just a brief synopsis. I try to keep it under 10 minutes. I went, a little bit long, but there are a lot of things that we can do with this website, and I would love to sit down and talk with you, let you know some of the things that we can do behind the scenes to upgrade this website, to make it a little bit better, so we can see about working our way toward that number 1 spot, or at least at the bare minimum, get on that number 1 page of Google. That's what we'd like to do. That's what I would like to do for you. If you're interested, please give me a call. If not, please take the information that I talked about, go over it with your web design guy or whatever it is you got to do to build your web page up a little bit so that you can start generating more leads, more income for your family. Thanks for your time.